Here are the top 5 security facts we learned this week. Spacecoms Satellite Communications announced that it has signed an agreement to acquire a new satellite that will be called Amos-8. The Israeli company is buying the satellite from U.S. company Loral Space and Communications. The new satellite will replace the Amos-7 and provide communications satellite services to the Middle East, Europe, and Africa, and be used by Elon Musk's SpaceX. Spacecoms said that it had approached several companies about building the Amos-8, including Israeli aerospace industries. IAI responded to this announcement by pointing out that the Israeli government is not willing to take part in the funding of the project, even though in 2012 Netanyahu announced a budget for the Israeli Space Agency of 300 million shekels a year. That budget was never implemented.
It could be a devastating blow to the efforts of Israeli aerospace industries in particular, and the state of Israel in general, to lose the unique capabilities of designing and building its own communication satellite.
Number 2 now, United States President Donald Trump reportedly wants to fund a wall along the border with Mexico with the U.S. military budget. The Washington Post reported that Trump suggested it in recent days to House Speaker Paul Ryan and several advisors, including Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, as a means of addressing a national security risk. Anonymous Capitol Hill officials said it was an unlikely prospect. The White House neither confirmed or denied the report. And number 3, the U.S. Air Force is looking to the future. They released a new video featuring concept art of some of its highest-profile tech programs, from swarming drones to a new fighter jet. It provides a tantalizing glimpse of potential future weapons and how they could be employed just a decade from now. They're looking to promote the Science and Technology 2030 initiative, which aims to increase the involvement of the scientific community and non-traditional businesses in shaping the future of the Air Force. And number 4, the Swiss Federal Department of Defense and Civil Protection published a document setting out its basic requirements for both a new fighter jet and a ground-based air defense system. A new program launched in November 2017 known as Air 2030 that would replace Switzerland's FA-18 Hornets as well as the F-5s. They announced earlier in March that unlike the previous failed fighter buys, a public referendum would be held before any equipment is selected. That vote is likely to take place by spring 2020. And number 5, South Korea held a handover ceremony this week, returning the remains of 20 Chinese soldiers who were killed during the 1950 to 53 Korean War back to China. This is the 5th year that South Korea returns remains of the fallen soldiers who fought on the side of North Korea after China accepted the proposal in 2013. 3 million soldiers and civilians were killed in the war, and 5 million became refugees. And those were the top 5 security facts this week. Back to you, Barbara.